I wanted to give everybody a quick sneak peek at some fresh inventory, all brand new cues that we just got in from some of our personal favorite cue makers. Every one of these are custom cues made by our great friends, the cue makers that we have the privilege of doing business with and exemplifying their beautiful artwork. We don't take that for granted. So first of all, I just want to thank the cue makers that I will be mentioning here in just a moment as I'm giving you guys a glance. I just brought these home from the Derby City Classic. Most of them were pre-bought. The cue makers met me at the Derby City to enjoy the event, and I was able to take some cues home with me. Now, most of you know I don't go to the events like the Derby City or the Super Billiards Expo. I don't go there with product to sell. I don't sell them out of my car, or I don't sell them out of my hotel room. I don't sell them in a booth. So in respect for the vendors, I go there and I bring a bunch of empty cases, and I look forward to bringing home some great product to be able to offer to you. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Again, all brand new, unchalked, unplayed. I'm just doing a quick preview video. I will be doing individual posts unless anybody wants to buy any of these cues, as I'm taking the time with my busy schedule to get the pictures and the individual videos and so on and so forth. If you want to buy one in the meantime, I'll be glad to send you the specs over. This is Eddie P., the owner of Crossroad Cues. In case you are new to our business, we are a very, very, very highly rated custom cue dealer. We don't make them, but we sell them. And we are really honored to be able to do what we do with these cue makers. If you buy any of these cues, we would ship it out to you the same day or the next business morning. So number 1 and number 2, they are both made by Douglas Moore. Douglas Moore from the Bloomington, Indiana area. Any of you that follow my page or my business, Crossroad Cues, you know that we've been working with Doug for quite a long time now. Doug is a very close friend, as are all of the cue makers that I'm about to present to you here on this table. But number 1 and number 2, both brand new, unchalked, unplayed. Look at this beautiful cue. So this is a Douglas Moore. It is actually an 8-point, so you've got 4 points up top, and then you've got 4 on the bottom. And then, of course, you've got all that butterfly work. Look at that. This is so unique. Such a unique piece. Yellow heart. So you've got yellow heart wood, and then you've got ebony, then you've got a series of different colors. Somebody needs to grab this one quick. That is a genuine double E wrap right there. So you got a genuine wrap, water buffalo joint, radial pin. You have a Kielwood and a maple. Kielwood and a maple. I'm going to price all of these to sell, by the way. With the amount of work in this cue and the next one that I'm going to show you from Doug, we could easily be higher, but we don't want them sitting on the shelf. That has an Evolution Kielwood, low deflection all the way, high performance shaft. Only $22.75. Only $22.75. Douglas Moore 8-point with butterflies. Genuine wrap right there. Excellent deal. You know it's going to play. Number 2, also a Douglas Moore. You have an 8-pointer. So you've got the veneered points, which are, you've got electric blue, ocean blue, teal, black, and then you've got the ebony points. That is curly Kielwood on the nose. That is a radial pin. Okay. Radial pin, looks like he cored it with Purple Heart, which is one of Doug's favorite woods to core with. You know that's going to play. That's a genuine shark wrap right there too. Okay, so genuine shark, ebony butt sleeve, a lot of inlays in this cue. We're going to do that one for the same price as number 1. So only $22.75 for either of the Douglases right there. Number 3, my main man, Mr. Jim Pierce. Way, 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 way out on the West Coast, baby. One of the West Coast, the best from the West, we like to say, right? I made the mistake during one of my videos of saying that he was from Iowa. We know he's from Idaho, Mr. Jim Pierce. Jim was at the Derby City Classic. Actually, there's several of these cue makers were at the Derby, but we had the pleasure of hanging out with Jim. Jim was out matching up with people left and right, making games, and I think he won every one of them. So just know if you buy his cues, you don't want to gamble with them. Let's put it that way. Anyway, Jim Pierce, jet black, Gaboon ebony, beautiful Bacote points. I love how he does the pink and the blue, nice sharp points. Can't speak enough about Jim's work. Jim does a great job. Most of you know his cues. I think he walked into a pool room with cues and people were swarming him left and right over there in Louisville to buy his cues. Big old 3/810 modified pin. You've got the genuine leather black wrap on that, so black genuine leather, of course. And then you have one of Jim's Kielwood shafts, which we are going to be getting them in stock soon, by the way. Jim makes one of the best Kielwoods in the country. All these guys make great Kielwoods, by the way. Doug does a really good job with his evolutions. And then you've got down here on the right, my main man from Arkansas, Shawn Hardin, with his as well. So 2,200 on the Jim Pierce. And you've got brand new, unchalked, unplayed shafts. I love his checkered ring work also. Number 4 and 5. Number 4 and 5. These are cues that are made by my good friend, Mr. Gary Langley. Langley Custom Cues. Langley, Mr. Langley, Gary, I always like to say it like this. Gary does not move fast for anybody, unless his wife's chasing him somewhere. I guarantee you he'll probably pick up a hop, skip, and a jump. Gary is very meticulous. He is not out trying to set a world record of the amount of cues that he's going to make. If you get a Gary Langley cue, you are getting a one-of-a-kind. He doesn't replicate a lot of his work. It's a true custom cue all the way. As a matter of fact, he made a cue for Upstate Al. If you go to Upstate Al's page, okay, Gary is there in a video after he handed me these 2 cues at the Derby City Classic, hanging out with Upstate Al. He gave him a cue. CJ Wiley and our friend Max Eberly both were playing with Gary's cues and spoke highly about the cues, okay? Great work all the way around. Gary also makes the playing cues for none other than the champ himself, our favorite character from the movie The Color of Money, Mr. Grady Seasons, none other than the Earthquake, the Keither with the Ether, Mr. Keith McCready. That's right. So if the champ's playing with those cues, and there's no endorsement deal, there's no sponsorship there, okay? Keith isn't getting paid to play with those cues. He chooses to play with Gary's cues because Gary's cues are built very well, and they play amazing. Look at this. You got 4 ebony points. I didn't get the wood yet from Gary to spec this one out for you, but I'll have that shortly. 3/810 modified pin. Beautiful finish like glass. Look at that slick handle on that. I believe that's bird's eye maple, and the other one looks like curly. A lot of inlay work. One thing that is very, very, very distinctive about Gary's work that I personally love, he does the silver ring work. That silver ring work is something so special. Medium-sized handle on all of his cues, forward balance, great playing cues by Mr. Gary Langley. Again, one of a kind all the way through. Look at this. Look at this. You've got ebony points going into curly. And the way he does the stainless steel, I believe that's a stainless steel sleeve on that one, okay? And then you've got the 3/810 modified. Again, look at that. You've got triple silver ring work. Something so special about that. Highly, highly figured curly maple on the handle, ebony butt sleeve. Look at all the inlays in this. Look at that. A lot of inlay work. These cues could be priced much higher. We don't want them to last long, so I got permission to launch from Gary Langley. We're going to do both of those for only $24.75 each. Only $24.75 for one-of-a-kind custom cues by a very, very, very well-known maker. All of these guys are well-known, well-respected, and each of them has a different flavor to them, as you can see. Now we've got number 6 and number 7 over here. Last but not least, from my main man, Mr. Shon, with an O, S-H-O-N, Shawn Hardin from Hardin Custom Cues down in Benton, Arkansas. You guys know his work. You know how fast they sell. I just got off the phone with Shawn. Shawn wasn't able to make it to the Derby, but he sent these up to us. This cue right here is absolutely gorgeous. I love that wood. This is rosewood on the forearm, rosewood on the butt sleeve, Thoya burl. That's a rare wood that you don't see enough of out there. Thoya burl, and that is a beautiful example of it right there. You've got double copper rings at, I believe, 7 positions on this cue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you got the shaft, 7 positions. Look at that. Gorgeous cue. All of these are standard size, by the way. Dark roasted Kielwoods. We're going to do that cue for only $12.75. With 2 Kielwoods that are $400 a piece. So there's your bargain right there for a Hardin cue. Only $12.75 plus shipping. Number 7, last again but not least. Shawn says every time he makes one of these, they sell like instantly, okay? Full splice. Nice forward balance to it. Slick handle. You've got fire cocoa bolo. Bird's eye maple at the handle, okay? You've got boxes made out of cocoa. They're veneered. Oh, both of these Hardins, by the way, they both come with 8-inch carbon extensions too. So you got a quick release extension. Look at that. Flame looking veneers. Beautiful colors all the way through. Joint protectors, extension, and 2 Kielwoods. We're doing that full splice at only $18.75 plus shipping for a Hardin custom made full splice. So there you go. You've got some eye candy here to take a look at. If you want some specifics on any of these, you can send me a PM, or my number is always on my posts. I will try my best to have them up over the next couple of days. We also have a lot more product coming up in the near future, and we have a lot of current inventory at crossroadcues.com. We've got financing available through Affirm, and we do flexible payment plans. We do in-house layaway. We've got a lot of different options available for you right now, and we appreciate you putting up with my long video. Thank you so much. Hope everybody's having a good time out there, enjoying your winter. God bless you and your family. CrossroadCues.com.